Now today we are going to talk about 10 passwords that a lot of people used in 2022, and some of them are very funny. And then we're also going to look at how long it takes those hackers and those bad guys out there to crack those passwords. Okay guys, so the first password is I love you. I mean, why would you use I love you as a password? This is very common, and according to NordPass, this is a password that was mostly used in 2022. I personally have a friend at church. I'm like, hey bro, I need to use your laptop for something, and then he's like, oh, the password is I love you. I'm like, what? I love you for a password, you know? And this password actually takes just 1 second to crack. So if any hacker gets on your laptop, or for example, if you used that password to log on to a website, it's going to take just 1 second for the hacker to crack it. Now the second password is killer. Guys, how can you use killer as a password? According to Nord, again, this is another password that was mostly used in 2022. Killer, K-I-L-L-E-R, as a password. Now it's very interesting how people just use anything as a password. This is the reason why we are mostly advised to use a passphrase and not a password. Now the difference is that a password is like a word, you know, just a word for your password, but a passphrase is like a sentence. It's in like a sentence case. All right, now killer takes just 1 second to crack. Guys, the next one is ABCD123. This is very common. You mostly find a lot of people using ABCD. They start with the alphabet in a small you know, in a lowercase, and then they go with numbers 1 2 3. Guys, this is so easy to crack. You know, it takes 1 second for hackers to crack this password. Now the next is, all right guys, so the next one is password 1. This is another very common password according to NordPass that people used in 2022. Password 1. I mean, password 1. Anybody can just guess this. How much more a computer? And so password 1 just take 1 second to crack. So the next one is unknown. Wow. So one time I went somewhere and then I turned on my Wi-Fi, so it detected some connections, and there was one that had the name as unknown. Right there, I'm like, okay, unknown. It's most likely the person is going to use unknown as a password. I typed unknown and snap, it just connected, right? So unknown is, anybody can guess it, you know? So unknown is another very common password that was used in 2022 according to NordPass. Now this one, it takes 17 minutes to crack. Number 6 on the list is my personal item. I've actually used this password before. Now it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Guys, this is crazy. You know, it mostly happens when you are in a hurry to get to the next step. You know, you just want to use anything and just move to the next step. So you just punch 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then you are good to go. Guys, sometimes we do this with the intention of coming back to change the password, but we literally forget, and should any hacker get on such a password, it will take 1 second to crack that password. Now you've realized that most of the passwords that I've mentioned just take 1 second to crack. That should tell you how easy hackers can just crack your password and get into your account, and then you lose them. Now number 7 on the list is something I don't want to say, but you know, people can easily guess it. This password actually takes just 1 second to crack. Number 8 on the list is for the footballers, and this password is Liverpool. Guys, a lot of people use Liverpool for their password according to NordPass. So in 2022, I don't know exactly what was going on with Liverpool, because I'm not a football fan. And guess what? It takes just 1 second to crack this password according to NordPass. You love Liverpool so much, but please don't use Liverpool as your password, because it will take somebody just 1 second to crack it. Number 9 on the list is QWERTY. You know, we have QWERTY keyboard. A lot of people in 2022 were using QWERTY as their passwords, and guess what? It takes just 1 second to crack this password, because this sort of follows a pattern. You know, those passwords that follow a pattern, they are easily guessable. So like 1 2 3 4, you know, it's following a pattern. QWERTY, you know, it follows a pattern. ASDF, it follows a pattern, right? So those passwords are just easy to, you know, crack. The computer will just the software will just detect it, and then it will just crack it, and guys, you're going to lose your account. The last one on the list is Princess. I'm not sure if anybody will use Princess for their passwords because of what. Guys, if anybody lands on your account and your password is Princess, it will take 1 second to crack it.